Getting on the property ladder in London has never been more difficult. Interest rates are sky high, property prices are through the roof, so that's why our client on this project has stolen a bit of their mum and dad's garden to build a fantastic new build home of their own. A real grand designs, something really funky, out of the ordinary, and I can't wait to show you. This property sits on an end terrace. It's a corner shaped plot, very triangular in shape, so lots of constraints to work with, difficult to meet the requirements for outside amenity, lots of funny angles, lots of different shapes, which makes it really unique. It wasn't a straightforward slam dunk with the planning officers. We've had to go through various iterations, so we'll talk through that design philosophy, how we've taken it from the corner plot that it is to what is being built currently behind me, which is a 3-bed family home for our clients. So as you come into this house, you've got a big hallway with the stairs to my right hand side, and next to you is a WC. Now what we're going to do, which we haven't done on any of our other sites, is actually use virtual reality to look around this property. I'm going to put my Microsoft Oculus VR headset on, and we should be able to show you split screen between what we're looking at in the construction phase versus what it will look like when it's finished via virtual reality. So as we step through into the main living space, this is where the kitchen is going to be, with a big island. We've got a small triangular shaped courtyard behind me, and then this space around here is the living area. You can start to see how kind of awkward this shape is with the triangular plot. It maximizes the use of this site by taking things to the extreme boundary. So what I love about this project is that there's huge amounts of glazing in this property. We've got huge bifold doors to the small courtyard to the rear. We've got big bifold doors out here into the front garden, and then also some additional glazing, letting as much light into this space as we possibly can. Because this is a complete ground up new build, all of the thermal requirements are very, very high when it comes to building regulations. So this is a highly efficient, highly insulated building. The heating cost will be very, very low on this, which is great for the longevity of the client living here. So I said this house is 3 beds. We've got 3 really good sized doubles. We have a family bathroom and 2 en suites. So basically 3 bed, 3 bath with a WC at ground floor level as well. I can't wait to show you the feature window that we've got on the side elevation. We wanted to do something quite funky with that blank wall on the first floor. We've got a projecting kind of triangular shaped window that will act as a window seat and let loads of light into one of those bedrooms at first floor level. We've been through so many different iterations with pre-applications and full planning applications, and that's what we're going to talk about back in the office. And you can sort of see how the design philosophy evolved, utilizing the shape of the site, the triangular shape, looking at the massings of the neighboring properties and the heights, and how we as architects kind of start to work towards a final solution. So let's head back to the office now in the warmth. Let's go and have a look. So as you can see from the drone shots on site and this site plan in front of you, it is a very, very postage stamp type size site, basically triangular shaped plot, which is very small. So to maximize the development, we had to push as much of the building to the different edges as we can possibly fit. So our client really wanted to do something quite funky with this site. They wanted something different. They wanted something out of the normal. So the initial design started with quite a simple middle section that was the 2-story matching the neighboring property. And then what we did on the right-hand side where it's triangular, that's where we played around with the geometric shape, pushing and pulling different elements around. And you can see that in this screenshot here. So lots of great ideas that are a little bit out of the ordinary. We've got this big projecting porch, which was a solid structure as you enter the building. That has been retained throughout the whole development of the design. What we tried to do where we could was utilize that triangular shape of the plot and effectively use that corner of the triangle as the diminishing point of the scheme. And these were the first CGI renders of where we ended up with our first iteration of the design. You can see the big brick entrance, which is that big block at the front of the property. Again, that hasn't really changed throughout the whole of the design. We've tried to then take the zinc roof and the intersection between the brick brick and the zinc roof and use that as our line that follows all the way through to the front corner of the property. So I mentioned that we had a few issues with planning. This wasn't a slam dunk project at all. All in all, I think it was about 2 years in terms of the process from making a first application, which was a pre-planning advice application, through to various then iterations of the scheme to make sure that the council were happy with the design. Our initial schemes had a grey zinc roof with some yellow stock brick, which obviously sort of yellow stock brick in London is quite common, but in this particular area, there were a real mixed bag of different material types, but predominantly the surrounding area was a rendered finish. So the feedback from the council was that the brick stands out a little bit too much. So then we looked at the different material palettes. We've got a grey zinc, we've got a copper type brown zinc, and then we've got the green zinc as well. You know, I'd love to know in the comments down below which one your preference is. So my preference was the white finish and the green zinc, which is what we submitted for as one of the full planning applications following some of the feedback from the planners. It's got some triangular shaped windows in that side elevation, which again complements the triangular shaped plot and I think gives it something completely different. Now the planners thought the complete opposite. They didn't like it. They thought it was too out there, too wacky. It was rejected. We had to go back in for further planning. This was the final planning application that was being submitted. It took on board a lot of their comments, so it reduced the footprint slightly, reduced the complexity of the design. It still ended up with, you know, a fantastic scheme that our clients really love, but fundamentally I think it's dumbed down what could have been an even better design, an even better scheme. So what we've ended up with is a double gabled main part of the roof. We've tried to still introduce a few interesting features. The building materials have ended up more in line and in keeping with the neighbouring vicinity, so rendered finish with a brown type roof colouring. Now we still did manage to get the zinc cladding, which our client really wanted, but it also matches in with the same colour of the roofs in the surrounding areas. Let's get back to site. Welcome back to the site. You'll see the window behind me. That is the window that's going to be triangular shaped, projecting out, letting loads of light in and creating a nice window seat and some extra space internally. What we've got above this, under the zinc roof, is a master bedroom suite. So we've got big double bedroom space, walk-in wardrobe through to the master ensuite. So this is the MetaQuest and I can see the house in virtual reality. This is an amazing feature for us to give to our clients, for them to start to see how the space looks in 3 dimensions. A lot of people struggle with reading 2-dimensional plans, so this really brings it to life for our clients. And I am about to go into the main front door. Can see around the hallway. Let's go up to the first floor and I can teleport using these gadgets. So go up to the first floor, and this in front of me, I can see the corner glazing on the side of one of the bedrooms. Yeah, looks amazing, really big, lets loads of light in. Yeah, can't wait to see this actually being built. So here we have it, one of our clients' very own grand designs. If you want to watch more home tours like this, check out our YouTube channel, subscribe and follow, and for more tours, head over here.